Welcome to Hip Hop Now Podcast. If you're from the future, you know what to do. Get your ass out of here. Don't disrespect the legend. Hip hop is here to stay. Let's get right into the business.
What up, y'all? I am your host, Vegas, and this is another Hip Hop Now Podcast bonus episode, another reaction episode. Things I find on YouTube, I've started to share with you guys, but instead I'm going to react to them. We all go down the rabbit hole of different things on YouTube and watching. There's a ton of content creators out there. I've done 2 previous reactions. One to sound guys and Spotify and whether or not it's ruining the music industry. And then also Def Goldblum, who did basically an essay on postmodern hip hop. So check out those reactions on the channel. But today we have a new one up, a new play. I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it, so watch yourself, don't mind us. Let's refresh that real quick. This is from It's Wilkie Way right here on YouTube. And the name of this video is The Art of Coke Rap. Now, he's going to break it down and tell you what he means by that. So get off the phone with the police. It's not what you think it is. But you see the first CD he's holding up in the air. It's Pusha T. And if you know anything about Coke Rap or Pusha T's music, one and the same. Okay, so we're going to react to this. Obviously, you can subscribe to this man's channel to check out the other videos that I'm trying to be safe with the pronouns, whatever. I'm just going by what I see. I'm sorry. But let's check out this video and react to it because I think this is hilarious.
Great albums by Pusha T. It is a great album with heavy beats by Kanye and Pharrell and heavy hitting bars like usual from Pusha T. These are some of the characteristics that pretty much sums up one of my favorite subgenres in hip hop, and that is Coke Rap.
Coke Rap. What is Coke Rap? No. Got all the right people up here though.
All right, now before we get any further, no, I am not a drug dealer. I don't know where to buy cocaine. I don't know how to cook it. And honestly, I probably couldn't even roll a blunt properly. But one thing I do know, Coke Rap is one of the best subgenres in hip hop. It's rap music about the drug game, selling it, making money from it, dodging the cops, and living that high risk, high reward lifestyle. But it's not just trap music. This ain't about being in the streets. It's about looking back at the streets. It's about storytelling, reflection, and making crime sound luxurious.
True.
It's like the difference between watching Snowfall and watching The Godfather. One is about the come up, and the other is about the consequences. So today I'm breaking down what Coke Rap is, why it's so great, and why I love it very much. By the end of this, you might just be quoting Pusha T and pretending you own a brick, all from the comfort of your bedroom.
Hold up. Is Coke Rap considered like a subgenre of hip hop? Because it could be. All right, let's keep going.
So first things first, what exactly is Coke Rap? To put it simply, Coke Rap is hip hop focused on drug dealing, specifically cocaine. But it's deeper than just rapping about selling drugs. You see, Coke Rap is about the lifestyle, the highs, the paranoia, the power, the luxury, and the inevitable downfall. This ain't just I got a break in the trunk type of music. This is cinematic, like a mob movie in rap form. The best Coke Rap artists aren't just rapping about selling drugs. They're telling stories. It's about reflection, ambition, greed, and regret. It's about making something out of nothing, but also knowing that every empire eventually falls. If trap music is about hustling in the streets, Coke Rap is about looking back at the hustle. Sometimes with pride, sometimes with regret, sometimes just to flex on you, because you feel me, you gotta flex it a little bit. You feel me? At least a little bit. Now let's talk about the sound of Coke Rap. Coke Rap beats, they don't sound like your usual trap beats. You won't hear a bunch of 808s and hi-hats flying all over the place. Instead, it's soul samples, cinematic strings, dark pianos, and boom bap drums.
Let me just say this. He's 100% right. He make me want to go listen to some coke rap right now. I'm saying. But for those who want to ignore the way he's breaking this down, I say this all the time about the different styles of hip hop, the different subject matters. It's like going to watch film. If you like gangster flicks, if you like action flicks, this is what he's talking about. Hip hop is just like that. It's not all about why would you live that lifestyle? Like, it's not reality based. Nobody ever asked Marlon Brando why he's running a mafia. He's an actor. Okay. And the difference here is some of these rappers dibbled and dabbled, not in the way they explain it, because they would be locked up forever. Uh, but they embellish what they've done and they tell stories about and around this lifestyle. So, uh, great explanation.
It's the type of music that makes you feel like you're wearing a fur coat and counting money in a dimly lit room. Producers that come to mind that captures that sound perfectly is The Alchemist, Kanye, Just Blaze, RZA, Madlib, Havoc, and even Pharrell Williams. When you put all their coke album, their production alone makes you feel like you're in a crime movie. Now, this is where coke rap truly shines, the lyricism. The best coke rappers, they don't just say, I sold drugs. Like, that shit is fucking lazy as fuck. Instead, they flip it into poetry. They use double meanings, metaphors, and insane wordplay to make selling coke sound like an art form. Like when Pusha T said, Valentino suburbs and wave runners chains on my niggas like slave runners. That's not just flexing. He's connecting fashion, history, and wealth into one bar. Or Jay-Z, one of the OG coke rappers, I'd rather die enormous than live dormant. That's how we on it. That's not just about drugs. That's about ambition. Then you got rappers like Benny the Butcher, Freddie Gibbs, Raekwon, Conway the Machine, Westside Gun. They all rap about the drug game with so much detail. It feels like you were right there with them. Hold on real quick. When I recorded this video, I forgot to mention something that I completely mess with.
Oh, yeah.
And that's specifically Westside Gun lyrics. Especially when he starts asking us random questions that we can't relate whatsoever. For example, this one.
This is Pod 5,
Oh,
the
it's
first fully immersive
definitely
sleep
not
system.
no damn ad.
Now, but ain't nobody flyer. You ever cooked a half a brick in the air fryer?
And then this one.
Hey, yo, you ever ate burgers on Wednesday? You ever ate chicken on Thursday?
And there's like a lot more examples with that. Like, I'm sorry, it's just like one of the funniest shit. And it's like the best type of lyrics when it comes to coke rap. I just had to mention it. All right, let's get back to the video. So, again, why do I love coke rap? There's three big reasons why I absolutely love coke rap. One, it's cinematic. Coke rap feels like a movie. Every song sounds like a scene from Scarface or Goodfellas. Two, the lyrical excellence. The wordplay, the storytelling, the metaphors is some of the best writing in hip hop, period. And three, it's motivational in a very weird way. Now, I'm not trying to be a drug dealer whatsoever. Like I said, I'm a civilian, heavily on the civilian part. But the ambition, the hunger, the way they talk about turning nothing into something, that's inspiring. Even if you're just trying to get a paycheck and not push bricks. Coke rap is about elevation.
True.
It's about the hustle, the grind, and the luxury. And yet it's about the danger too. But that's what makes it powerful. And like I said again, if the feds are watching this, this is all entertainment, all right? I'm a civilian.
Not
Trust,
one
I'm definitely a civilian. Before we get any further, it's time to show y'all my favorite coke rap albums ever. All these albums are essential to the subgenre, and y'all should definitely check it out.
Essential to
First, we got Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
I agree.
Before he became a billionaire business mogul, Jay-Z was just a street hustler with a mind for business and a gift for words. Reasonable Doubt is reflective, sharp, and soaked in the paranoia that comes with illegal success. It's part luxury rap and part cautionary tale. Jay makes you feel the highs and the consequences of street ambition. Next, we got
Before we get into the next one, Purple Tape, I totally agree with that with Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. It's probably my favorite album in his catalog, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that at the time, even though it didn't have the subgenre title as coke rap, a lot of rappers who rapped about the streets and drug dealing rapped from, the corner perspective, like the soldier perspective. Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt was more like watching the show The Wire, and everybody else is a Barksdale and Weebay and all of that. Jay-Z was more Stringer Bell, right? He treated it like it was a legitimate business because he had aspirations of having a legitimate business. That's why he was doing, that was his motivation. And Jay-Z realized that dream, but Reasonable Doubt is like the quote unquote, it's the actual blueprint to what Jay-Z was doing. I remember when he said, while you thumb through the source, I read the Rob Report. And at that time, I was like, what's the Rob Report? And I think it was things like that, bars like he mentioned, that set Jay-Z apart from even Biggie or Nas, because he was coming from a totally different perspective of a true hustler getting money, not necessarily in a legal way, to get out of the game in order to be a businessman on a different level. So I think that was dope. Now this one right here is coke raps all day.
Raekwon, only built for Cuban links. This is the holy grail of coke rap. Raekwon, Ghostface Killer, and RZA basically created the entire aesthetic. Mafia vibes, luxury mixed with street grime, and intricate crime storytelling. Why is essential? The album is coke rap. It walks so Pusha T, Griselda could run.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we got Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk 3. When people talk about the Griselda wave, they're really talking about albums like this. Benny the Butcher raps like he's still in the trenches, reflecting on the violence, paranoia, and hustle of the drug game. The Alchemist and the Ringer lays the album with dark, haunting beats. Benny's storytelling is second to none. He makes you feel every decision, every loss, and every win. That's why it's very essential.
Cocaine jumping out the pot, rubber bands and weights. Yeah. Coked up album. I don't know if this one is, but let's see.
Next, I got Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele. Now, Ghostface isn't always boxed into coke rap, but Supreme Clientele is soaked in street tales, wild slang, and luxurious flexes. His storytelling is abstract but detailed, making every verse feel like a pay-in. Why is it essential? It's one of the most creative hip-hop albums ever made. Plus, it laid the blueprint for future coke rappers to get weird with their flows and references. Next, I got Rock Marciano and The Alchemist, The Elephant Man's Bones. Rock Marciano is the godfather of the modern minimalist coke rap sound with drumless beats, pretty much the whole Griselda sound. He is literally the godfather of that. And teaming up with The Alchemist, magic. This album feels like dusty old vinyl playing in high-rise penthouse while deals go down in the lobby. The bars are slick, the beats.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. What's your name? It's Wilkie Way. I'm not the biggest Rock Marciano fan. I have what I like what I like, and there's things I don't like. And a lot of what he described, the minimalist part of it, is what I don't like. But his descriptions make me want to go play these records because I'm gonna hear them in a different way. With the coke raps, I'm just saying, he's doing a good job with his scripting of this video.
It's hypnotic, and it's the kind of album you need to sit with to catch all the gems. Next, I got Pusha T, Daytona. Yeah. 7 songs, no filler. Pusha T distilled everything he learned from Hell Hath No Fury and gave us his most refined, concise coke rap project. Kanye West's soul sample heavy production is tight, sharp, and luxurious. It's modern day coke rap at its most polished. Every bar feels like it's etched in gold. Literally. There you got Conway the Machine, Reject 2. If coke rap had a horror movie side, it would sound like Reject 2. Conway's monotone delivery over dark, eerie beats makes every bar feel cold and calculated. This album is raw, underground, and brutal, showing the psychological scars of a life in the streets. It's one of the darkest, most introspective coke rap albums ever. Conway raps like a survivor, not a flexer. Next, of course, we can't talk about Coke Rap album without mentioning a Freddie Gibbs album. Now, I could have mentioned Alfredo with The Alchemist, or I could have mentioned Bandana, but I chose Pinata with Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Imagine the grittiest street stories told over some of the smoothest, most soulful beats ever made. That's Pinata. Madlib brings crate digging genius to the production, while Freddie Gibbs spit real life tales of drug dealing, survival, and betrayal with precision. The contrast between soulful loops and gritty street tales make this album hit hard. Next, I got Clips. Hell Hath No Fury. This is literally the blueprint. Pusha T and Malice under Pharrell and the Neptune's coldest, most minimal beats gave us a coke rap classic. This isn't flashy, it's cold, calculated, and sharp. Pusha T's wordplay on coke slang is legendary, and Malice's dark introspective bars balances it out perfectly. And then lastly, I can't mention a coke rap album without West Side Gun. I mean, come on now. If coke rap had a fashion show, it's literally West Side Gun.
Wonder what
Like West Side Gun would be in the front row with a fur coat on. Pray for Paris is high art meets grimy street rap, with features from Freddie Gibbs, Conway the Machine, and Tyler the Creator, plus Alchemist and DJ Premier on production. This album feels both elegant and raw. Westside blends high fashion references with street tales, making it feel like if Basquiat painted a drug dealer's memoir. So there you have it. 10 coke rap classics that are my favorite coke rap albums ever. So throw one of these albums on, sit back and pretend for just a second that you're the kingpin of your own empire. Pretty much check all these artists out that I mentioned. That's all. Just check all these artists out. Everything is great. This whole subgenre is amazing. So there you have it. That's why I love coke rap. It's an art form. It's raw. It's poetic. It's luxurious. It's hip hop in its purest form. So now that you have a taste of it, what do you think? Who's your favorite coke rapper? Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, Jay-Z? Let me know in the comments. And now, if you excuse me, I'm about to go listen to some more Hell Hath No Fury and pretend I'm making a $1 billion drug deal from my couch. Wookie Ways out. Peace.
So, shout out to It's Wilkie Way. You can go to the link in this video to check out more of his videos and subscribe to his channel. I suggest you do. That was a good video, man. You know, it got me. Look, I didn't even know I was listening to coke rap that much. He just highlighted because I'm like, yep. I got that. Yeah, listen to that. And his 10 album joints, I think the only one to me, like I think West Side Gun has so many albums that you could choose from. My personal favorite being Fly God is an Awesome God. The one with the red cover, it's like a draw, it's like artwork, right? A drawing of him kneeled down like this, which also features Raekwon in the intro. But I feel like he kind of nailed it with like the Daytona. The Supreme Clientele was kind of iffy because it felt like the only real connection there was flows. But nevertheless, I mean, great video. Coke rap is something that, you know, honestly, Pusha T is kind of made famous. If I had to choose who is the best at it, it has to be Pusha T. He says things that I've never heard people say about cocaine. Like he doesn't run out of ways to talk about it. One thing I will say that I think was sorely missing that you could have took out Supreme Clientele because Ghostface and the coke rap thing is represented on Only Built for Cuban Links. You should have added Stove God Cooks, you know, Reasonable Drought. It is, if there's anybody who is trying to fight for the coke rap title, it's Stove God. I mean, his name is Stove God. Okay, of all things. So, but with that being said, that's still, again, great video. What are some of your favorite coke rappers, coke albums? You got a top 10? Put the link in the description. I'm pretty sure there's some albums, some artists, besides the ones that were named, that also fit that bill and make dope projects to contribute to that genre or that subgenre of hip hop. Subscribe to the channel. We're at 12,000. Hey, maybe we will. We're at 12,000 subscribers right here on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, but more importantly, share it with people you know enjoy this kind of content. Until next time, y'all, I am not a critic. I'm a fan. Peace.